Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video will be on how to select the best style of maxi dresses and jumpsuits for your body shape. This is a question I get asked frequently, so I figured I'd record a video giving you some examples of what I'd suggest. Plus, they're super easy since they're one pieces, making it that much more important to select a figure flattering style. So let's get started with our first maxi. A maxi dress with thicker straps is best for both an inverted triangle and an apple shape, since these two shapes tend to have wider backs and shoulders. The more material on the shoulders, the more narrow they'll appear. I'd also suggest a dress that has a distinct waist hemline on the true waist for the inverted triangle and an empire waist which sits below the bust line for the apple shape. Since this dress doesn't have an empire waist, let me just roll it up and pretend that it does so you can get a visual of what an empire waist looks like if you're not familiar. The reason why I would suggest this for an apple shape is because it can help conceal a larger midsection. I'd also suggest a dress that isn't so tight and conforming on the bottom, rather loose and flowy to add some volume to the leg area for these two shapes, simply because these two shapes tend to be more busty and have more width going on up top, and they both tend to have thinner or narrow lower portions of the body, and when we add more volume to it with using extra fabric, it'll help balance the width of the upper body with the lower portion. I would also suggest a dress that has a similar style to this one if you are a rectangular shape, because it can help differentiate your upper and lower portions because it has that hemline where your true waist is. And I would also suggest a style like this one if you have shorter legs and a longer torso, simply because it just helps visually lengthen your legs and shorten your torso. This second maxi dress is an example of what I'd suggest for a pear shape. The reason is because it exposes more of the back and shoulders, helping to visually widen out those areas, since they typically are more narrow for this shape. This dress also has a more flowy style on the bottom, which is ideal for this shape. If you opt for a more form-fitting style, you'll notice that your bust area will appear much smaller than your hips, which is why I suggest you avoid it. Now onto the jumpsuits. Tube-style jumpsuits, which means they have no straps at all, are the most flattering for the pear shape because, as I just mentioned with the previous maxi, when more of the shoulder and back is exposed, the wider you'll appear. And also, this jumper has a cinched waistline, which most do, and that enables you to play around with the folding over of it and just creating more volume up top. Now, I wanted to mention that I do suggest a similar style to this for all you rectangular shapes because it'll help break up visually your upper and lower portions. However, I'd suggest that you opt for one that has straps because since you naturally have a more boxy-like visual frame, you want to avoid anything that doesn't have any straps or that creates any visual width to your upper body because it'll make you appear more boxy. Out of all the pieces that I showed you guys in this video, I would say that this one is the most universally flattering, and here's why. Anything that has a wraparound effect is perfect for an apple shape because it has the ability to visually slim the bust and midsection for this shape. As for the pear, since it's a bit more flowy up top, it helps visually balance out the pant portion, which in this case is a more skinnier cut. So if you are a pear shape and the jumper has a more skinnier leg, you just want to really make sure that the upper portion of the jumper is more flowy to help visually balance you out. I'd also suggest that you go for a colored block effect like I have here, just to differentiate your upper and lower portions, which is extremely important if you are a rectangular shape. So I hope that you guys found the tips that I mentioned in the video helpful. When it comes to shopping around for one-piece suits, it's extremely important that we're considering our body shapes because our shapes are going to be highlighted more since it is a one-piece. So we want to make sure that we are embracing our shapes and styling it correctly by selecting pieces that are figure flattering. And I also wanted to mention, even though I did not discuss the hourglass shape in the video, that does not mean I forgot about this shape. Everything that I showed you in the video can be worn by the hourglass. Just keep in mind that when it comes to this shape, you just don't want to over style one area of your body because then you'll be visually changing up your shape. So as always, I thank you guys for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. In the meantime, don't forget to stay beautiful, confident, and true to your beautiful selves.